Woo! Alright, what is up everybody? It's been a while since I've put out a motorcycle video, it feels like. So anyway, we got the front end redone on the XT225. I ordered from Pro Cycle and I ended up getting Cogent 0.42 kilogram per millimeter springs, but I did not get the kit that comes with the drop-in DDCs. I just ordered the springs. I bought 2 bottles of 15 weight fork oil. Factory weight is 10, so we went thicker on the oil. And I've got no extra preload. I installed enough spacers to where it's just everything just touches. No preload on the springs, and I may have to end up going back in the future and revising that, but I just wanted to come out and test it out and see how it feels. And the front is sitting a little low in the stroke to begin with, so I will definitely probably drop in another washer or two worth of preload. Not too much. I've got limited time on the bike prior to doing these forks, but I can tell you right off the bat, the 15 weight fork oil is definitely making a difference on the hits. I could bottom out the front just sitting down a little wheelie in the yard. So I already feel like we're definitely got a little more bottoming resistance from the heavier fork oil, and then also it's noticeable that the springs are stiffer. Also, I mean, this is like a 2001 model, so the factory springs were probably at the end of their lifespan anyway. Probably wore out. Ooh. But it does feel good, and for 150 bucks, I don't know that you would really be able to beat it. If you buy the kit with the drop-in DDCs, it pretty much doubles the price, or just more than doubles the price. So that gets a little expensive. As far as rear suspension, all I've done is adjust the preload on the factory shock all the way up, and at my weight, 170 pounds with gear, we'll call it, the rear's just fine. I mean, if you're out trying to jump with this thing, it's not going to suffice, but we also got new fork gaiters while we were at it. Might as well. The old ones were dry rotted. Went ahead and slapped the Cogent stickers on. We all know that adds 5 horsepower. So, but just sitting here on the bike, I can pull an inch out of the front suspension. So I won't add an inch worth of preload. That would not be wise. You do not want the springs bottoming out against themselves before the fork is at the bottom of its stroke. But, you know, a 1/4 inch more preload, and she'll probably be sitting pretty good there. And also, I do know that, I'm not sure if it'll come through in the video, but I do know that somebody has done some kind of mod to the factory muffler. It's missing the little tip that sticks out the end, which is all like welded in there, and I can see some welds on the muffler where somebody took a grinder with a thin blade and cut it open and probably gutted it or took a baffle out or something and welded it all back up. So I'm not sure if it'll come through in the video how loud the bike is, but when you're riding it, it's definitely not a stock exhaust note. It's a little louder than that. So yeah, front feels good. Like I said, I did have limited time on it prior to doing it, just a couple miles, but it's a noticeable difference On past bikes, I normally wouldn't go with a heavier fork wheel at my weight. I would just go with stiffer springs, but I would usually try to go about 30% stiffer on the springs. That was not an option with this bike. It was either like 45% stiffer or 15% stiffer. So the factory springs are 0.36 kilograms per millimeter. And we're just going to run right into this little ditch. Which that wasn't big of a ditch. Anyway, these springs are 0.42s, so they're only about 15% stiffer, maybe 15 to 18. I'm just trying to do the math in my head, and I'm a machinist, so I'm horrible at math. But a touch more preload, like I said, maybe 2 washers worth, not even a quarter inch worth. I'll probably do that here soon, and that'll probably dial this thing in for suspension for me. So anyways, no, it's not much of a video, but like I said, I got that updated like yesterday, so just wanted to put out a little something. If you got an XT225 and you're thinking about doing something to your suspension, unless you're just trying to push this thing super hard, I would probably recommend saving $150 and just doing what I did. So anyways, hope y'all enjoyed that and it's useful to you, and I'll catch you on the next one.